Hi everyone, my name is Nastasia, Anna for short. Welcome to my channel, thank you so much for watching. On this channel I share with you my juice fasting experience, my healing with raw foods, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. Some of you guys told me that you did not get notification about my videos being posted, so I just wanted to kindly ask you to hit the notification bell button, so I guess in this case you're gonna get notified. And if you still experience some difficulties with that, please let me know and I'll see what I can do from my side about this. In this video, for your requests, I'm going to be sharing the information on how I healed rheumatoid arthritis. But before I start on that, I will give you a quick update. So here I'm drinking my juice, my apple and ginger juice, and it's actually my day 5 of juice feast. This time around I call it juice feast, not the juice fast, because I'm really feasting. I feel like it's the celebration of life going on for me right now. So I'm on a juice fast, and I started it together with my dear friend Nathan OneTouch. I guess some of you know his channel, and if you don't, I'm gonna link his channel in my comments below. He was the one who actually inspired me to go the distance. So I was already going to do my juice fast, but I was thinking to do 30 days, and when I saw his videos I just said to myself, you know, I'm just gonna do it, I'm just gonna go the distance. So he's been a great inspiration and support on my journey, and I also wanted to link other channels to in my comments below. Allonzo from New Mexico, who is on his juice fast right now, and he's creating content around it, and Consistent Life Balance, who's done also his juice fasts and who also creating really great content. So I just want to share this goodness and get all of us together in this time of challenge when a lot of people are confused and they don't know what to do with their lives. I feel like everything is changing for good, and it's time to really celebrate, and it's time to celebrate that we slowed down and we have time to reconsider our lives and do some different things. So for me personally, why I started the juice fast this time, I feel like it's more spiritual experience for me, and because a lot of changes are going on in my life, which are very exciting, very positive. They're bringing new chapter in my life, and I'm looking forward to it. And so I felt like just being grateful for what I'm going through right now. I started this juice fast again, and I don't know for how long I'm gonna go. I'm just really celebrating life with this life force, and it's been really beautiful and amazing journey. So also I wanted to check if there was something left in my colon, and I already passed some juices, which was good, and nothing was really obstructing my digestion. But yesterday night I passed some lumps, and I was just thinking that it might have been because I was eating cashews, which are really not considered to be nuts, and they really actually cooked. So that was my mistake, and I'm not going to do it again after I fast. So I'm on this journey of just being here and celebrating and discovering what is here for me. So now on to my topic about the rheumatoid arthritis. First of all, what is rheumatoid arthritis, right? So rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disease that manifests itself in the body as inflammation around joints, joint tissues, and the joints can become swollen, restricted in movement, they can become red, they can become very, very painful, and so it affects all the body joints. It can affect lungs in the long term because the inflammation can just, you know, starts spreading around the body, so the lungs and the heart. And that's what was going on with me actually. By the end of uh, my process with rheumatoid arthritis, my heart uh, was about to get affected by it, and that was one of the reasons I really started to look for solutions of how to heal it naturally. So I'll start from the beginning. I have been vaccinated like a lot of children of my generation, and I experienced, since childhood, I experienced a lot of different health conditions like bronchitis, colds and flus, and stomach aches, and difficulties with digestion, things like that. So there had been a lot already going on before rheumatoid arthritis manifested, and actually, of course, it is just the same disease of, you need to clean out your body to get rid of all of that. So I started experiencing symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis really early, like around when I was 14, 15, that time. And first of all, it has been really frustrating on trying to figure out what was going on with me, because the medical system does not really know anything about the disease. And when I was young and I had those severe pains in my joints, and I was going from doctor to doctor and kept asking them for help, they've been telling me all sorts of different stories that, starting from the that they don't know what it is, and that it's probably nothing. And then some of them told me that it's just psychological, and some of them just prescribed me painkillers in enormous amounts. So they could not figure out what it was until when I was 23, I guess I was at that time, and I got really bad angina, and it was really tough. So at that time I lived in Russia, where I was born, and I went to a doctor, and I went to a doctor for angina. But all of a sudden he looked at my hands, and he took my hand and he said, "Do your joints hurt?" And I said, "Yes, of course, every single day, all the time, 24/7." And he referred me to a rheumatologist. And so I went to a rheumatologist, and I went through many different blood tests and other tests, and so finally he diagnosed me with rheumatoid arthritis. So from the age of 14, 15, and to the age of 23, I was, first of all, no one knew what was going on with me, and the second thing, they didn't know how to help me also. So when he diagnosed me with rheumatoid arthritis, he tried some mild medication for that, which didn't work, of course, and then he prescribed me methotrexate. And the methotrexate is a cancer patient's medication that suppresses the immune system so badly that it doesn't allow immune system to continue to eat itself. So basically, rheumatoid arthritis is the body is eating itself in joints. And so he prescribed me that methotrexate, and he told me that by the age of 30 I'm going to be in wheelchair, that I'm not going to be able to have children, that I will not be able to move. And so it was really, really scary and frustrating and painful to go through this whole experience, and then on top of it to take this medication, which was so strong. It was just insane how it affected my body. So I was supposed to take it only once a week. On, let's say, Monday I would take 4 of those pills, and then the rest of the week I would take folic acid. That was supposed to kind of balance out me taking that medication. And I felt horrible. So every Monday I would take medication, and every Tuesday I would just sit with the bucket and literally vomit everything that I ate or whatever came to my body, it was horrible. Then when I moved to, and needless to say, the symptoms I experienced were really challenging as well. So my joints were swollen all over my body. I had difficulties moving. Participating in sports became really almost impossible. I was doing some yoga. I was trying to, keep up with my life, but it was really hard. It took me enormous amount of willpower to actually go through my life at that time and keep my work and stay sane. I developed depression because of this condition, and I was also on antidepressants, and then by when the treatment did not prove to be working, he also prescribed me prednisone, which is steroid. So I was on steroids on top of that, and around that time, so after I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, after about 4 or 5 years, I moved to the United States, and the same story repeated over here. So I have been diagnosed over here again. Just confirmed my diagnosis, and then again the same thing, methotrexate and prednisone and other heavy medications, painkillers, to the point of opioids to kill my pain. So all of this was just too much. I started losing my hair. I really was I was becoming desperate, and I was just praying. I was just praying to get better and to get help. And then one day I was sitting in the hospital, and a man came to me, and he said, "Sister, you can heal what you have naturally." And it was just really surreal experience of a stranger coming up to me and telling me that. And so he basically, I hope you can hear because of the wind, basically he told me that I can heal with plants, and that's it. So after some time, when that happened, I met my husband, and after some time in our dating, he of course he knew what was going on with me and my condition. So he was the one actually who told me this message of raw foods and of juicing. He told me that he saw the videos of Dan McDonald on YouTube, and that man healed himself of different conditions with raw foods and with juicing. And my ears just opened up. I was literally like looking at him and absorbing the information that he was giving me, and I instantaneously felt in my heart that this is true and I'm going to do this. And that was back in I believe it was 2014, around that time, or even 2013, something like that. So it took me time to get to that path. It took me about like half a year to get the juicer, to start juicing. So I've been in the hospitals most of the times, and so I got the juicer one day when after I came back from the hospital, and I was completely, I was desperate already, and so I ordered juicer the same day. The juicer arrived. I went to Whole Foods to buy my greens, and I started juicing. I started doing green juices. I started doing, at that time I mostly did green juices: kale, celery, cilantro, parsley, lemon ginger blast, and I started feeling better. I felt like the next day after my first juice, I felt great relief in the pain. I felt like I could move much better, but of course I was not healed yet. So the day when I took my first juice, I decided to stop taking any medication whatsoever, And I will emphasize, I'm not a medical professional. This is my experience. This what has been going on with me at that time, and I don't advise anybody to drop your medications, but it is my experience. I share it with you over here, and I find it very valuable, and it might be helpful for somebody. I dropped all the medications. I started juicing, but I did not realize that I needed to stop eating meat and dairy and eggs and all of that animal products. I was just oblivious to this fact. I didn't know this information, you know. And I also didn't like eating those products. I always wanted to go vegetarian or vegan since my childhood, but I was just completely put again and again put back by my family. Like, I've tried, and they would just feed me again with that. So I was really like struggling with this too, you know. And so I started juicing. I felt better. I dropped all the medications, and then I noticed that my symptoms got better, but they did not disappear. They did not disappear. So I was pregnant 4 years ago, and that was really tough experience because my rheumatoid arthritis got worse. I did not juice that much at that time, which I needed to. I realize now. I ate like a standard diet also, and actually I also craved a lot for raw foods. I ate a lot of apples. I ate a lot of tomatoes and cucumbers at that time. But nevertheless, my pregnancy was hard, physical on me, and uh, what happened next was just nothing short but miraculous. While my son was being born, I turned vegan instantaneously. I had a very profound spiritual experience of that I'm not supposed to hurt anybody anymore on this planet, including myself and including my newborn child. So I instantaneously, just like that, over that morning when he was being born, I went vegan, and I really I'm thankful for that, for myself and to God that it happened to me. So after that, I instantaneously dropped all the animal products, and after a month, I lost all the extra weight that I had. I My symptoms reduced significantly, so I would not feel pain. I would not have swollen joints anymore. I would have some sort of fatigue, but also I had a newborn baby, so it was different. And I would have some stiffness still in my joints. So one of the symptoms was that the hands would get really stiff in the morning, like to the point that I couldn't hold my toothbrush, or I couldn't even open the doorknob to go to the bathroom, you know. So it was this bad, so my symptoms started reducing when I went off the animal products. The next step I took, I stopped eating all the bread. So I just started getting inspired of what to do next. And I stopped eating bread, and then I stopped eating any kind of sugar in any products whatsoever. I stopped pasta, you know, and rice, and then I still ate some lentils. I still drank decaf coffee, which was horrible. I just not compatible with me anymore. But yeah, I dropped all those products gradually, and then I came to the point when I just felt this deep calling inside of me telling me, Anna, you gotta go raw now. You really gotta do it because that's your path. And I did it. I went on a 1 month of a juice fast, and it was mostly green juices. So I did the 1 month, and I started eating raw foods, and it was about a year and a half ago. and all my symptoms, whatever was remaining from rheumatoid arthritis, just disappeared, just went away completely, fully. I consider myself to be fully healed from this condition, and the rest of the story, you know. Then after a year and a half, after a year actually from my first juice fast, I went on to the long-term juice fast, and you can track my story through my videos. So that was it with the rheumatoid arthritis, and I also healed some other conditions that came together with taking the medications for rheumatoid arthritis and together with rheumatoid arthritis. And on that I'm going to make another video next time, because I just want to separate it. I will show you some pictures of how I was going to the hospital, how I looked, and what kind of medications I used to take. But that's my story, and I hope it's helpful for you guys. I know you asked me to share it with you. You've been asking me how did I heal rheumatoid arthritis, and also I really appreciate all of you guys' support. I appreciate your questions. I really enjoy answering them and helping you out, guys, as much as I can. I'm here to spread this goodness, spread this light. I'm here to help you, to listen to you, and to support you in whatever journey you are on. Please let me know in the comments below if it was helpful for you. What else would you like to hear from my personal healing journey, or maybe some practical videos that you guys enjoy also. What type of videos would you like me to make for you? I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you all feel good, and I hope we all can heal together, ourselves first, and then the rest of the planet. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. I'll see you in the next video.